Hey everyone! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Emily Klein and I am the Outreach Manager for CertaPet. Before I started to work for CertaPet, I was actually a client of CertaPet. I suffer from flying anxiety. I'm getting a little anxious talking about it right now. My cute Italian Greyhound Calvin basically accompanies me on every single flight. I think we've completed about 16 flights so far together. Can't even begin to explain how helpful he actually has been on flights. He sits on my lap and I just pet him the entire time. Takeoff is the hardest for me. I'm sure some people watching this video are flying with their ESAs and know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you are curious about what I bring when I travel with my ESA, stay tuned. Now you're going to need a bigger bag to hold everything. This is the bag that I use. It holds everything pretty well. It's called the Never Full and I feel like it can never be full. Okay, so I want to start off with the most important part of this video, and that is carrying your ESA letter and any extra forms that the airline wants you to have on you. You need to put it in a folder and have it ready to go. So Calvin and I fly on JetBlue a lot, and JetBlue requires you to have some extra forms filled out. They require you to have a form signed by your veterinarian. They require you to have a form signed by your licensed mental health professional, and they also require you to sign a form saying that your dog is trained and well behaved in public places. They also state on their website that you have to fill out these forms and turn them in at least 48 hours before your flight. I always turn them in at least, as far in advance as I can, just in case anything is wrong with them, we can fix it before I get on my flight. So I keep all of that information in here. I also keep my ESA letters from CertaPet in here. Kind of want to my dog actually chewed on my ESA letters. But this is my flying and my housing one. So I keep them tucked in here, as well as Calvin's vet records and his rabies and everything. And then also the JetBlue forms. That's kind of what it looks like. So that's the first thing you need, as well as your ID and any other, important documents that you'd usually bring with you when you fly. So folder, check all of your important documents, makes it so easy to pull them out. The second thing I like to take with me is a reusable water bottle. You have to keep this empty before you go through security. So it's empty right now, so I will just go ahead and stick that in my bag. And I fill this up when I get into the terminal by, one of the water fountains, just so I can have some water and Calvin can have some water. I get him a paper cup once we arrive in our terminal so he can drink out of that. He prefers to drink out of cups than bowls because he has that long Italian Greyhound nose. I'll get him a paper cup at Starbucks or something and I'll pour the water into that cup. And then I can drink this and I don't have to buy a water bottle. So I'm saving you guys money. The next thing that I have is a blanket. Calvin does not go in a crate or a carrier when I fly with him. I know there's different rules in different airports, so you have to call and check and make sure that's okay. But on most airlines, if your dog is small enough, they can sit on your lap. And for me, that is the biggest thing, because that is the entire point of why I take him on a flight, is so I can hold him and pet him and let him distract me a little bit from the fears that kind of creep into my mind when it comes to flying on an airplane. So a blanket is really important because it gets really cold, and this is really nice to just snuggle up. This is his travel blanket. It's like a fleece blanket, army print. I got it from Walmart for, I think it was $2.50 or something like that, and it's really cozy and perfect to travel with. What I like best about this blanket is it folds up really nicely and you can kind of just stick it anywhere. So he'll sit on my lap under this blanket and he is so happy. The next thing you definitely need are things to clean up any accidents. Now, no dog is perfect. They can be trained to, hold it the entire time, but accidents do happen and you want to be prepared. So I always take some paper towels and some wipes just in case. something happens. Calvin has never had an accident in the airport. In fact, poor guy, he'll hold it until we get to our destination. He won't even go on the grass outside usually. We stop every time and try to let him out, but all dogs are different. And so he feels most comfortable going to the bathroom when we're all settled. So, but I always have this just in case. You never know. Your dog could get sick. You know, you got to be prepared. So speaking of being prepared, treats. So what I do is I just fill up a little baggie with his favorite little treats. I've got 2 of the like minties and these chicken chews and these little pork chomp things, and he loves these, and these keep him distracted on a flight or while we're waiting, because you never know when your flight's going to get delayed. You never know when you're going to be sitting on the runway for, you know, maybe an hour in New York at JFK. That happens quite a bit. So you definitely want to have something on hand to make sure that your dog is happy and distracted if they get a little antsy. Another thing you can do is keep toys. So this is his bone. There's probably going to be a ton of comments on this video saying, oh, that bone is as big as him. It is, but this is what he likes and this is what keeps him happy. So I get him the big old bone that he loves, and I take this with me and I keep it in my purse, and TSA always laughs at me for this, but yeah, take that. The next thing I bring is a little toy. He loves to chew on this toy. It keeps him happy. I can throw it. He can go get it. Yeah, it's a nice little toy. Now, the last thing you want to have on hand is something that can calm your dog down. Sometimes, I mean, animals, children, people, they can get anxious in airports. They can get anxious in airplanes. You know, things can happen that are beyond your control. And I know a lot of times, I've flown a lot in my life. Not every trip goes as planned. You could be delayed, you know, whatever. So what I like to have on hand are these Honest Paws calming CBD treats. I give a little bit to Calvin before we leave for the airport, and then I give him a little bit before we get on the plane. And just like the dog that looks very zen on this packaging, Calvin looks like that too. Calvin gets very zen like this, and he just gets on my lap and passes out and relaxes. And yeah, these are really great. Honest Paws, they're definitely my favorite brand for CBD dog treats, and they carry a whole bunch of really great products. So if you guys haven't checked them out, definitely go check them out. They're always having like good deals on their website, so that's what I bring. But as long as you have your documents and I would say some treats or some food and some water for your dog, you should be fine. If you have an ESA or you're just a pet lover, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you will always know when new pet related videos are uploaded on our channel. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye!